Hi friends, welcome to my pockets in my altered book that Nikki and I are doing, Nikki Parr and myself, for International Crafters. I'm using a folder here, file folder, to make one side for my pockets. And what I did was I recorded the recording that Nikki and I did for International Crafters YouTube. We have an International Crafters Facebook group, so if you want to check it out. And we do weekly live streams on the YouTube channel. So here I am is putting this down as a pocket, folding one flap down as a smaller pocket, and I want to leave the back open, glue all the way around so I have a big pocket for tags and whatnot. And the bottom of the folders, there's like leeway for a big pile of papers in there in the folder, the little kind of accordion thing. So I use that to my advantage. I kind of fold those over and make it so that I could stick a few things in there if I wanted to in my pocket. And there we go, just testing out my pockets. I choose paper from a paper pad that I use from the dollar store to decorate that pocket. In fact, I use paper. All the paper and stuff I used was from the dollar store. I picked up pads for like $4 each. Pretty good deals. So that's what this is. Grab what I think I like. No measuring. I use my other file folder to kind of guesstimate where I'm gonna cut. I leave a little bit, make it a little bit bigger, so then I can make sure I cover it up, and it's easier to trim some off the edge than to try to redo it all over again because it's too short. So that's what I do. I use my Elmer's glue stick for this. Get it all down. There's my back. There's my top is open and the sides are all glued. And now I'm going to do my other flap, put my flap on. I'm just trimming off the paper off the edge there of the folder. And you see there where I bent my bottom of my folder in, a few little bends to make it like I can actually fit a few things in that pocket. So I'm choosing burlap. I go with the green there that's on top. It is like a, I don't know what kind of green, forest green or something like that. So I go with that. And again, I'm not measuring or anything, guesstimating, just using another piece of card about the same size as what's on my folder there, as you see, and I cut just a little bit bigger, and it fits. And like I said, just gotta trim a little bit off the edge, no problemo. Now I'm just doing my edges down. I'm using the tacky glue, which is from Ilene's tacky glue, for this, because it's got kind of like a plastic backing or something weird, canvas kind of weird backing, and I don't think the other one would work. There we go. Pocket number 2, pocket number 1, and thinking. So I was thinking about what to do. I'm just gluing the very bottom because I realized I didn't glue the very, very bottom. And I'm thinking about the other page. So I grab another piece of paper and go with maroon paper here. I'm just trying to think. I'm like trimming up a little bit of the edges that overlapped. But once it's really nice and dry, I can play with that and trim it better and stretch my page over more and not worry about anything coming apart. So now I'm just tracing over my next paper choice, trimming that up. I kind of play with what I want to do. I want to make like a big envelope here. I was just playing with it, seeing what it looked like. In my mind, at first I thought that's what I wanted to do on that side. Ended up not doing that, but yeah, just kind of playing with the idea. It's okay to play around while you're thinking the process through. And I do that quite often. It's just thinking as I go. I don't have it all planned out. So I decide whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to throw this paper down anyway. I cut it to the size, so I'm going to do it. I put some glue down on the page, put some glue down on my paper, and try to get it all on there. I do have to peel it off because I went through from the center out and like, nope, gotta go from the corner. Then use my card. There we go. Done. Now what do I do? How do I add this black? I wanted the black in there. Do I use it for a pocket down here? Thinking. what do I want to do? Like just a belly band. So then I decided to make a pattern of a pocket, like kind of like a jean pocket or something, and make my own style pocket because I just didn't quite like whatever. So this pocket style to me looked like a teacup or something, or a planter, but I went with it. I really liked it. Folded my burlap, cut both pieces. I decided to do 2. And I was going to do 2 on the one page, and I was kind of playing with it, moving it around. And decided to put 1 on the other page. I just had to fix up my little edge there was coming out. I think it was because I pulled it off. I don't know. Holding it there for a few seconds. So I'm here and playing with it, wondering, what am I going to do? Does it look good to go with 2 pockets? And then I throw 1 on that page, and then decided, yeah, let's throw 1 on the other page. And there I go with the tacky glue again. And there I go. Pocket done. That's 3 in 1 page. So I was pretty happy with that. So then I'm thinking, what am I going to use for another pocket? I decided to use this pattern paper again to pull the page together. I'm not measuring, I am just cutting. I cut a little rectangle, cut little slits in the corners towards the center and fold them in, cut the corners out so then they don't bunch up, and glue those down. But then I'm looking around, do I want to glue them up here? Do I want to glue them down there? And then I switcheroo and decide that I'm gonna glue them down there. So it took me a little while, so I had to redo the glue there. And I did that, so then it just gives it a little bit of a poofiness. It's not just flat up against there. I could stick a few little cards in there, so that's what I wanted to do. Now, on my other one, I wanted to do a belly band before I glued it down. And I was choosing between pattern or green. And had to try to figure out which one's going to win out. I don't know. Looking at both of them. And decided on the... I think I decided on the pattern. I mean the green, yeah. Throw you off there. I knew that. I just getting tired. But anyways, I was just using the scraps and just playing with it. So there I go, putting that pocket on. I want to tie in both pages together. So now I have like really cool like 3 color page thingamajiggy, the green and the pattern and the maroon, and I really like that. Now I am playing with what am I going to put in these pockets. Cutting up scraps and all that kind of stuff and playing with it. This was kind of a fun process. Wish I would have been more in the center so you could see it better. Then I'm going to use this big one for the big tag that goes down the back. It's great. Big tag, and I love it. That one's perfect. And then I realized, oh, I have a bunch of old tags that I cut up from other paper pads, and I'm going to use those. So I'm looking around. This one's just a white tag. This one's a white tag. And then looking for what I'm going to fit in that pocket. And I didn't really want to have the hole on the side of my tag. Kind of playing with what do I want. I end up using a nice piece of recycled paper from the backing of a paper pad. The circus paper pad thing I had. So that's what I did. So there, that one's another tag from paper pad. There's another one. And just trimming them down because I want them below the top pocket so they're not hitting the pocket and getting caught. And this piece of paper is another backing of something I trimmed off, and I just turned that into a tag. And that's just paper bunches, like the card that holds them in. And that's that one there that I was talking about. I make a sideways kind of tag and make a hole kind of off to the side there. Wonky, but it works because I didn't want the hole on the side. I wanted it right at the top of coming out of the pocket. So I make my hole right there. Right where I trace a little hole. And that's that. I love it. So now I'm just trying to figure out one more little tag for that belly band. And I found, well, look at that paper pocket thing there. See that little paper envelope pocket thing? I use that, love that. Use that black lace, love that. I kind of like that checker too, and those moths. So I'm just pulling aside what I like. And then I knew I wanted to use that tag there with the ship. It was pretty cool, but it wasn't big enough for that belly band, so I decided to glue it on there and make that tag a bit better. And pull in some of that maroon again, which I like. Kind of looks funny putting it in there like that, so I decided to put it in an angle, and I like that. I'm really liking the checker thing, so I think I'm going to keep it out and play with that. So I just cut, what I do is I cut a little corner off, and then I flip that corner I cut off onto the other side, so it's exact same measurements to make a tag. That's what I do. And now there's that paper pocket I just love, a little sack or bag, and I'm figuring out where I want it, and there we go, throwing that on. Don't want to change my mind, so I put it on real quick. Got a tag that I like in there. It's pretty fun. I just love playing around back and forth. So I'm making my holes in the ones I didn't have holes in. Some of the tags I just made. So I'm loving it. This one I had to remake a hole in there. And cutting out moths. Now these 3 moths were really cute. Caught my eye. So I decided to put them in as decor. I don't know what I was going to do with that paper anyway. I like the moths. So there's one for one pocket. The little pocket, which was really cute. The paper one. I'm really loving it. Just grabbing whatever and scraps and pieces and just putting it together. Had lots of fun with this. This was a 2-hour video. A little about 2.5 hours or so. And I cut it down to 20 something minutes here. And that's why it's going so fast. There's no way, no way no one's gonna watch me and talk through a 2-hour video. When it's entertaining and you're joining in on the live stream, it's totally different than just, yeah. So I like to speed through these. So there's my nice little moths. I think they're cute. I'm using, you seen the little stripes that I had on that little strip of paper I had with the moths. I'm just measuring it up to pieces of paper that match up. On the other folder, and so I don't have to measure or anything. Be too technical, just throw it together. So I got like 3 pieces of that on 2 on one page there. I just clipped one on because it was just a small piece, and that one, so I really like it. Kind of pulls it together with the black and white moth. So I have that lace I'm going to throw on. I'm actually throwing it on tags. I don't know why I was playing with it and tying it on the belly band. I have 3 different types of things. I have these black lace, and I have a string that there's not very much of it. It's a kind of a waxy string. And then I find myself white lace, so that's my choices. Then I just kind of mix it up with these tags. Sometimes I decide to change my mind and switch color of laces or string. There's that waxy string. It's kind of a weird string. It almost looks like wick string. I don't know. There's my cat. There's Reese Packer. As soon as I bring the string out. And then I just throw my string. I had only enough, I think, for 2. And then I was gonna throw it on here. I ended up changing my mind. I ended up putting on that little tag below. It was just too much, I don't know, I think it was too much black there with that lace. I just kind of break it up a little bit with the different colors, so I'm switching them out. There's a nice white lace. So I put that there, because I only have 2 of these, and that's pretty cute. And I decide that these cards are just pretty much perfect the way they are, and I do ink them up a bit, and I actually think I do a little stamping on the white cards, just a rolling script stamp. But to be honest, I'm not sure if I have it on, because if it was flipped to Nikki when I was doing that, so I'm not sure. There's a lot of video of me. Oh no, I guess we wouldn't have missed that. I must have rolled it under, unless I did it after I turned off the video. I don't remember doing that. I don't remember seeing that when I was looking through this, first of all. But anyways, what I'm doing here is backing up a paper again, because I don't know if you noticed, I'm blabbing. But I ripped my ribbon through the hole and wrecked my hole, so I had to cut it shorter, but I didn't want it too short, so I had to put the backing and widen my card again. Because I really like that black and orange polka dot, orangey yellow polka dot. Didn't want to get rid of it. I think that's the last of that scrap I have of that. So I use my medium, matte gel medium, to adhere that down on the writing of that card, so I don't have to alter anything. I didn't want to paint it or anything. I just wanted to put the lace on there. I didn't have to do anything to cover these cards except for 2 cards to place something across the writing. They were just so perfect with all the, that one had all the pictures of the pad that came from. On the back or the front of the pads, it'll show you what's papers choices you have, so you can't really open it at the store. So there I am, just adding scraps here and there, loving it, just having so much fun. Kept doing that. Now I'm taking everything out. What am I doing? I think I'm adding, yeah, I'm doing a little bit of faux stitching. Well, actually in this part I'm adding some gold. I thought, well, Nikki was playing with gold on her page, and I'm like getting all jello. She's playing with all the gold, and I'm usually the gold finger. And so I was like, that's it, I'm grabbing the gold. So I just put gold everywhere, kind of on my edges and places. And do that, because I love my gold, and I couldn't let Nikki have all the fun. If you want to see what Nikki was up to, you have to check out International Crafters and watch our live stream, the recording of it. There, I'm using my fine liner and doing my dashes, the stitching using a black, kind of a pearly black paint from DecoArts. I was going to do my Posca pan, doesn't write on burlap, so what I do is I get a scrap of paper, white paint, dip it, and I'm just, instead of painting, I didn't want to paint it, I just dip it, dip it, dip it, dip it, dip it, keep going, dip it, dip it, dip it, dip it, and do my white stitching like that. At times it got a little bloppy, but I really liked it anyways. It was working. This one got a little bloppy because I should have cut the end off and started with a fresh piece of paper. It was kind of bending at this point. But hey, it still worked. And then I do this last pocket here, and then I almost put it away, and then I realized gotta do the belly band and do that. And what else? Yeah, so I do that stitching on there, and it was like getting done. I was going faster and faster, but it looks good. It makes it pop, so I really loved it. Didn't take long to dry. Throwing my cards back in there, and totally loving it. And I am now just kind of filling in. Oh, there's a writing on that card. It's just, like I said, recycled card, so there's writing on that one. And I just put some paper on it. Here, I'm taking my water brush and my graphite block and shading in around my pockets, and I think, and my moth. And I'm loving it. I actually love it so much I end up pulling all my pockets kind of out in each area, and yeah, fill it in. Look at that shading, looks great, makes it pop. So I like that. And it worked on the burlap as well, to shade in around that black pocket there, the green burlap, so it looked great. And getting close to the end, guys. Yeah, just doing that. I think I ink up my cards pretty much next here with a what do I grab? I grab a small ink pad. Yeah, I gotta think about that. I'm doing the edges even on here. See, I'm shading that in with the graphite. Then I grab my ink pad and start off around the white cards and make my way through all of the cards just to darken them up. I decided I didn't really want to decorate the cards. I didn't want to paint them or collage them. I just loved it the way it was. The focus on the theme that we decided to do today was pockets, and I think like if we did a tag theme, we might do more emphasis on the tag. And there's a bit, we only have 3 pages into the book, but there's more to come, and that's the finished book. I hope you guys like it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.